me, where the intelligent part comes into play with intelligent CX is that we have a shift, that we have situational awareness not only at single events, rule-based, but at large. We see that it's shifting, that we can see and have information about the situation, the context, what does the user know, what does he want, what is their context, and we can use that way more integrated in what we do in conversation, in user experience in general, in interacting with our customers. And that really benefits them because we can hyper-personalize every interaction that we have with our customers. And that was not possible a few years ago, but will be possible now and in the future. What we observe is that customers learn that they are co-piloted everywhere. They have their smart assistants everywhere. And that shifts expectation, because when they go to an information portal, a shop, they expect, okay, where's my smart assistant? Where's my co-pilot guiding me along to make life easier for me? And to be able to provide that, especially if you're not a large organization with a huge budget, is really hard, because you need to master your data. You have to have your data in place that you are ready to build on top of that. You have to master your processes and have to be smart in the way how you engage, that the AI assistance doesn't feel too artificial, but naturally flows with the user flow. And I think that's a big challenge, and there's still kind of a gap to bridge. But I'm confident that we'll get there in the future. For public institutions, I think it's a lot about trust. If we see how the political world is shifting, how our misinformation is becoming a problem, customer experience is always leading the users to trustworthy information, guiding them easily so they can find what they need, even though the structures and the processes in public service are often complex and hard to navigate. And we need to find a way to make that navigation through those complex dealings easily so they can find that trustworthy information. So that's where CX matters, because good CX builds trust in public institutions. Well, the initial challenge we faced was rising cost of our previous vendor. They more than doubled their licensing fees over a period of 3 years. So we looked at more stable solution when it comes to pricing. And we knew with CoreMedia we had a partner that could supply us with that stable conditions. The other major driver was future-proofing the DXP, and especially making shifts and changes easier. We have an upcoming election in 2026 in Baden-Württemberg, and preparing the system so it can handle that whole political shifts and new parties being elected and some dropping out and new constitution of parliament, to make that easier and make the system more flexible to handle that kind of change. That was also one of the drivers of that change. We were looking for a reliable and dependable solution and a partner we could rely on. And we knew with CoreMedia would have that partner on our side for this project. And also when we were looking at the feature side, it was an instant match with handling loads of documents, requirement of flexibility and short-term changes. If we're talking about the political landscape, you can't always plan ahead what's around the corner. So being able to quickly adapt and quickly change your content was really important. And that's why CoreMedia was an instant match for our requirements. In the project, we didn't see that one wow moment, but what we often see is kind of a hype cycle. When the clients get to use the product for the first time, they're really excited, and then they have to learn and change and adapt a bit to what they're used to. But then on the long run, they see what the capabilities of the new product is and how much they can do on their own. That's when they really experience wow in the long run. After the platform change and the website relaunch, we took a look at the KPIs and we saw that engagement was up by 20%, bounce rate was down by 10%, so we're really happy with what we have achieved. Firstly, listen to your customers and listen what they have to say, and then take that feedback and prioritize and try to evaluate and measure what really matters. And of course, check out how AI can help you achieve that goal.